Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Now, today's review is for Men in Black International, directed by one of my favorite directors, F. Gary Gray. And I was looking forward for him putting his stamp on this series. You know, this dude's filmography is incredible. Friday, Straight Outta Compton, The Italian Job, Set It Off. And man, it felt like a studio movie. I didn't feel his take on the series at all. It felt like a cookie cutter, like the studio came in and said, no, you go right by the numbers, you want to keep everything in particular order and do it this way. This movie was surprisingly disappointing. Tessa Thompson, Chris Hemsworth, Liam Nielsen, Rebecca Ferguson. I was like, wow, what a cast and what a bore. This movie was a snore fest, and to no fault of his own, I see why. The missing ingredient was Will Smith. You can replace Tommy Lee Jones with anybody, but this movie needed Will Smith. He was the missing ingredient. He was the magic behind the series. Imagine Will Smith and Tessa Thompson in this movie. Man, it would have been a riot. It would have been great because he's a true funny person. Not so much a comedian, but he just has comedic timing. Tessa Thompson is not funny. Beautiful's all to get out, but she's not funny. She bounces off well off people. Now, Chris Hemsworth, he's not a comedian. He's good at being made fun of. That's his great talent he has. He's always the butt end of jokes. And this movie was lacking a lead that can take over the film and make it funny and believable. These two the chemistry was there, but man, it was not as good as part one, and part one is the best. To me, part two is the funniest, not the best. I didn't really care for three hardly at all. It had some moments, but I didn't really care for three a lot. But this is worse than the previous three. This is the worst out of all of them. It's slick. It looks good. The music is still the same. Oh, Danny Elfman's score is still the same. It gave me goosebumps. The opening fonts is still the same as the previous three movie. And maybe that's why it felt the same and not different, even though it had a different director than the previous three. This movie just lacked energy, man. I mean, the scenes where they had action, it was by the numbers. Nothing that stood out. A lot of the great action you've seen in the trailer. Surprise! There are no surprises in this movie. This little alien creature, Pawnee, he reminds me of the dog in part two. He was there as a little annoyance, but at the same time, sort of kind of funny to keep everything going through the course of the movie. This movie, it's very disappointing. I'm sad to say. I thought these two got perfect history, perfect chemistry. They could not breathe life into this movie nor this franchise. Great premise. Open everything up. International, right? No, man. It's a few locations, and that was it. The antagonist in this movie, Lord have mercy. It's bad. The plot, the twist, you seen a mile away. You seen the twist in the trailer. Trust me. And Rebecca Ferguson, what a waste of a talent. I like to think that she had 3 arms, but man, she was in one scene through the whole movie, and she's supposed to have been one of the main antagonists besides the little twist. And then, I don't know, man. I was bored out of my mind. I hate to say that. Now, the Lexus, the car, great. The gadgets, great. And there's a scene in the movie where they go off to another country. It felt like a bad James Bond movie. It didn't even feel like a Men in Black movie. It felt like an old school James Bond movie, one of the ones that wasn't as great. Wow, my feelings are hurt, man. This is bad. One of my favorite directors. I love the cast. It was right there for the taking, and they dropped the ball on this joint. It's save your monies. I'm dead serious. I'm not one to talk bad about movies and tear them down to the core, because the production value was there. Script, mediocre. It wasn't great, and it's not funny. That's the main problem I have with this movie. It's not funny, and it hurts my soul to say that to you people. Oh my God, the theater was not laughing. They chuckled, no laughs at all. I mean, you want to see a funny movie? Go see Shaft. Trust me, you will laugh your ass off. But man, I can't recommend this movie, man. Go watch the previous three, and you're doing yourself a favor by saving money and staying home and watching those. This movie is not worth it. And I went to a discount theater, and I was still let down, man. I paid half price to see this movie, and I still was like, damn, I should have seen Shaft again. But oh well, it is what it is. But hey, take my advice if you want. If not, check it out for yourself and be your own judge when it comes to this movie. Don't always listen to me, but I think I hit this one right on the head, right? But hey, like, share, and subscribe, and tell all your friends, and leave your comments down low. Yo, I ain't Russell Simmons, but thank you for coming. God bless you, and good night. I holla, and that's my point of view.